Hello and welcome to the new track. Well, the start of it, construction site. Here we go. The track is attached. I did use a little bit of Copydex just to keep it down, but then I can just clean it off so there's no long-term damage. Now, for those of you who don't know what this system is, it's called Matchbox Motorway and it's from 1969. And what happens is there's a little spring that goes inside here, and that goes all the way around the track, and there's a little cog that goes on here and that moves it backwards and forwards. So the cars have a pin that go into the track, and as you move this backwards and forwards, the car goes all the way around the track. The lighting I'm using is car detailing lighting. It's LEDs, a bit of a pain to put up. You have to put in little screw plugs into the ceiling. But this should, I hope, give a great light. Now, there's a blue border here I'm putting around the edge. That's because when the car is driving along the track, the camera looks up. So I want a blue sky surrounding. The board, I was going to use wood, but then I bought some of this. It's just a polystyrene insulation board, and it's sitting on a table, so it's quite strong. This is a back board where there's going to be some blue sky on. There'll be buildings all the way around, and then what I'm using is I'm gluing the board together, and these are wooden skewers. I'm just gluing them in, pushing them in about that far, gluing it. I'll just cut these off later, but it does mean I can make things like this. Now the idea is a lot of the scenery, I'll just put this on somewhere like that. I won't totally fix this down, I'm just going to have rocks on it, because then I can move stuff about to create different scenes. But what will happen is, that's the tunnel front, that'll go on there, but as you can see at the moment, the glue is drying, so it's all pegged. That is it so far. And the mess, look at the mess, big dog, all this mess. I will start the camera up again when I've done something noticeable. The next stage is I'll have to put the spring in all the track, do a test to make sure the motors work, and then continue more of this. The idea is this is going to be the countryside bit. You come out the tunnel and you're in a sort of a rocky area, maybe with a lake. This here is going to be the industrial zone with factories, and then here I think we're going to have the town, and I haven't decided whether to put like a bit of a lake in on the corner. Lots of corners for drifting off. See you soon, bye. So the little drive spring, that's in, and the powerhouse with the cogs on that drives the spring, that's in. Got a car ready to test, and that is the little camera car. The camera car is just basically a little Polaroid cube camera with two little pins on, so you can sit behind the main car so I can see what it looks like. Now I can use some reading glasses. I want to try and improve the focus for the close range, so that's actually from a pair of reading glasses, and it's just blue tacked on. Try the other way. Oops. Now the bit I want to show you next are the sections I'm going to put on. This will be to divide the track. It's made out of the same polystyrene that the baseboard's made of, bits of old cardboard, and the idea of this one is that one goes like that, and then this one here goes, and this is just a bit of card that I've just sort of wish-washed and painted, and the idea of that is that will go on there, so you can begin to see what it will look like. And there's another bit here. Oh, I keep bashing my head. And that will go just on there. Now I'm going to use some of this. I found it lying about. It's self-adhesive. It's actually car insulation, soundproofing. So, and it, I mean, that could look like rock if I paint it grey, stick it on, but above all it's here, so I'm going to use it. But I've decided just here to have a bit of a green slope. So I've got a piece of cardboard, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick layers of foam on and build it up and carve it out. The cardboard's just to give it a bit of a firm base, because I'm going to wrap foil around it when it's all carved. So you can probably see how it's going. It's thickening up, then I'll just carve, I'll put another layer on, and then I'll carve it all off. So what I've done, I've built it up in 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of this seating foam. I've just gone around it with scissors and shaped it, taken some chunks off. So the next stage is to cover it in some foil to give it a sort of a, keep it all together and give me something to paint. So I scrunch the foil up a bit first, and that gives it a sort of a nice rocky effect. And I'm going to stick it onto here. And there we go. And what I'll do is I'll paint this. I might paint it green actually to look like a bit of a grassy slopes. And there we go. So I can move that about anywhere I want. It's a bit like a loaf of bread at the moment. It will look better. So I've been busy. I've actually got the side bits on. Ow! Knocking my head again. This is just the first stage because there's a lot of sort of scenery to go on, which won't take too long. That's the rock I made out of the foam. Just goes down there, and as you can see, I've started to plan out the actual sections. So we've got countryside, we've got industrial, and then this is going to be the town. I chopped out a bit of the polystyrene and stuck a baseboard down so I can get a different height. So that's that. Next stage is to put the buildings out, and here we have a selection of buildings. I didn't realise I had so many. All of these came second hand off eBay, so they're a bit, some of them are good. I mean, some of them I made from kits, but most of them came second hand off eBay. So I've just got to decide where all these go and put the trees out, some fencing, more houses and more trees and bits of grassy stuff. So, oh, and my favourite bit, ta-da, the road signs. That should be great fun. That just brings a bit of reality to it, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It's really good. Just do it on. Yeah, turn it off. Play with me. My little dog says I've got to go now and do stuff with her. So thanks for watching. Bye bye bye. So I've got some buildings on. There's still more trees and bushes to go, and then the road signs. But this is the industrial area. So I'll put some cars and some trucks out and some people, as well as the road signs. And here we have the little town. I'm going to put some boats in the water. But yeah, quite pleased.